it's like a state of emergency when it comes to physical games lately, it seems. I pre-ordered Diablo 4 from Best Buy for in-store pickup. In-store pickup. The day that came out, I got a notification from Best Buy. Sorry, we don't have your pre-order. You ain't getting it. We're working hard, though. We're working hard. And then Final Fantasy 16, I pre-ordered the deluxe edition. Same thing, the day of release, actually the night before, and then in the morning, like after they opened, same thing. I got 2 notifications. Sorry, your pre-order is not available for in-store pickup. We're working very diligently, right? There's been other times. I remember buying a PS5 game pre-ordered from Best Buy, and they only got 1 copy in. If you wanted that game, you didn't pre-order it. Even if you did pre-order, you may have not got it, but they only got 1 copy in. It was weird. Like, what's going on with physical game distribution? It's like you go to these places, man, physically to a store. I've gone to Target, Best Buy, and you go to the game section. It's like a barren wasteland. It's the Mad Max of aisles. Like, you might have a little corner over there with like some old ass clearance stuff, freaking Coco Melon game, from the Xbox One or something, in a bin, like a bunch of junk. But then all the newer releases, stuff that came out a month ago, that came out this week, that came out today, that came out yesterday, whatever, it's empty. Go to Target, they print the little things, put them in the displays, and you're like, oh, it's a game back there? No. And then you look down the whole thing, it's empty across the board. And this is at many stores, and a lot of people have been noticing this. What is going on with physical game distribution? And it seems like there's this weird dilemma going on. I want to talk about this, that game distribution as far as physical goes. I think, the future of this happening is not as far away as I think, where it's just going to all be digital. It's all going to be digital. I prefer physical most of the time just because, like I said, it retains value to a certain degree and let somebody borrow it. But it's cheaper and more profitable to do digital distribution, it seems. But I was talking to Ryan at Castlemania Games, and he had to send out this email, it looks like, concerning video game pre-orders. If you didn't know, Castlemania Games was selling like new releases. Like if you wanted Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, boom, like, he had access to get that. And he was doing, video game sales for the Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox, that kind of thing. He had to send this email out where it says, you are receiving this email because one or more of your orders contain a pre-order where the status has changed. We have unfortunately received an update from Ingram Entertainment, the master distributor for Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, that they are dissolving their gaming division at the end of this month, June. We're in the final week. This unfortunately means that pre-orders for games releasing after June 30th will not be fulfilled. At this time, back orders for games that have already been released, for example, Street Fighter 6, are expected to arrive and ship as planned. You should have received your refund, so on and so forth. We sincerely apologize. This was out of his hands, actually. Seems like this news just kind of popped out of nowhere type of thing. Ingram Entertainment, like I've dug into them. They have different like divisions, different like departments type of thing. Like, hey, they distribute Funko Pops, audio stuff, electronics, movies, CDs, vinyls, video games, right? This is a big distributor, They didn't just distribute to, little old Castlemania Games. They distribute to Walmart, Best Buy, Target, grocery stores that sell movies. Like, they distribute to a lot of places. They're not the only distributor out there, mind you, but they a fairly big one. They've been around for a long time, and they're just cutting the gaming distribution side of their business. Why? Is it not profitable? When these companies ship a game to a distributor ships it to a reseller, to a retailer or whatever, the margins on games, physical games, is very, very freaking slim. After your merchant fees, your processing fees, stuff like that, shipping, all these things, like a lot of companies may make a couple bucks off of selling a game, and it may just wind up being a loss at some points, right? Selling video games physically. So it's kind of like, I've noticed this, man, with like Amazon. It seems like Amazon, they're really taking over with certain things, the distribution of certain products. Like, they're not going through a distributor. The main company's just shipping straight to them. It happens with a lot of Hasbro products, right? Wizards of the Coast, stuff like that. And then just weird pricing on things. And you know, you look at Amazon. A lot of times, like some of their prices can't be beat on a lot of things. So it's like the bigger the company is, the better the deal they can get on reselling, you know, physical products. So it seems like Amazon's kind of, man, the being it's a little detrimental to a lot of businesses out there, especially smaller businesses, online retailers. Like everybody's competing with Amazon type of thing. But for a company like this to just say we're not doing video game distribution anymore is nuts. And it leads me to believe that like there's got to be a big reason for it. It's not as profitable. They're seeing a decline, right? Like I said, Ingram Entertainment's not the only distributor. There's also Alliance Entertainment. But from what I've heard, like, you know, people trying to get into, you know, reselling games, they'll talk to like a rep from Nintendo, Microsoft, or whatever. Sometimes they'll just refer them to Ingram, right? So like these are a couple of the bigger ones that are out there, Alliance and Ingram. And it's just, yeah, if they're cutting that, and then some of these companies, if they can't get in with other distributors and whatnot, who knows what's going to happen? It seems like it's just all leading to like, hey, let Amazon handle all this stuff. That's my take, man. I don't know, but this all just seems like the trend. Physical is declining. Taking a look at the numbers on this website, GameIndustry.biz, where they sourced from Newzoo, this stuff is very telling here. Take a look. Global game market value for the year 2022. These numbers were all pulled, I believe, November, December last year. Total market value, 184.4 billion for gaming. Console gaming, 28% at 51.8. Then you have browser PC games, and then downloaded box PC games. Then look at mobile games, 50%. 50%. But then the stuff I really want to take a look at is right here, boxed versus digital. So physical game revenue versus the global digital game revenue. This is very telling. This number for physical games has been shrinking. Take a look, 10.7 billion for physical games revenue last year, right? Compared to digital, 173.8. Now, a big part of that number is definitely going to be mobile games, right? A big part of that's mobile games, but look at the percentages down here. PC box games, 2% like physical, 98% digital. That is like, that's just the way it is. I'm surprised it's not 100% digital. Then the console market, this is the one that a lot of us care about. Boxed at 28%, digital at 72%. This graph here is definitely going to be shifting over to what this looks like for PC gaming in the very near future. Very near future. Total market revenues, 5.8% boxed, 94.2% digital. Profits are bigger with digital. You don't have to manufacture anything. You don't have to have the logistics behind shipping things. A video game is code to begin with. This is all digital. Easier and cheaper and more profitable to distribute it that way than to do physical. So I think this is just trending that way. People are finding it more convenient. Stores are not stocking up. Distributors are like, hey, companies aren't buying as much as they once were. Things are shifting to digital. Let's shutter our, you know, physical distribution side of things, like Ingram Entertainment here. Holy crap. It's this is very telling here, man. I've been saying it. We're going off digital in the very near future. I wouldn't be surprised if the next set of maybe Nintendo's going to hold out, but like PlayStation and Xbox, the next consoles that come out, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just completely digital. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe the generation after that, but it's going to be soon. It's really going to be soon. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all watching. This is a crazy one, man. Bye.